What is up, my friends? How are we all feeling the day after the trophy lift? I hope that you're all in fine spirits. I'm going to go through and give you the latest news surrounding Liverpool Football Club, and of course we will be back. If you're watching this early in the day, we'll be back tonight at 8:30 with another late night agenda. But before I give you some of the funny stats around Mohamed Salah and Eden Hazard and a few other bits and pieces, including Dermot Gallagher coming down on the side of the officials, who would have thought it? Let's all pretend to be shocked. I'm going to just give a quick reminder, if I could be so kind, to our Boston show. As you can see, Anfield Agenda is going to be over in the beautiful city of Boston, 22nd of March. You can get your tickets via the link in the description or going on to Ticketmaster and searching Anfield Agenda. We're going to be at the iconic Citizens House of Blues in the Foundation Room. Looking forward to meeting you guys. If you're part of the Boston OLSC, please do reach out to us. We'd be happy to give you tickets on the house. Or if you're in that neck of the woods, we really would appreciate your support. So just again, that is March 22nd, Friday night in Boston, Anfield Agenda Live. Right, my friends, let's start off with a funny update with regards to the proof, if you ever needed it, that Mohamed Salah was indeed levels above Eden Hazard. So I love to banter with Chelsea fans back and forth about this, and they are a deluded bunch at the best of times. But this particular subject really does get under my skin a bit. Chelsea fans still live in this crazy world where they believe, some of them, Eden Hazard is a better player than Mohamed Salah and has done better in his time at Chelsea than Salah did at Liverpool. We all know that to be absolute pony and that Mohamed Salah's numbers speak for themselves. But one more little extra stat just for you to just banter your Chelsea mates with and let them know. Mohamed Salah has now more trophies at Liverpool with 7 than Eden Hazard won at Chelsea with 6. So it just keeps becoming more and more apparent as time goes by that Eden Hazard's career at Chelsea is, well, it's overhyped, and Mohamed Salah is by far the superior player. Now, I did mention a couple of moments ago that shock horror Dermot Gallagher agreed with the decisions of the referees in yesterday's final. In fact, went on to praise them for being selected and basically how great they all were. The usual, exactly what you'd expect. I'm going to read out the incident and what Dermot Gallagher had to say, and I'm going to ask you guys to let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I know people believe I'm deluded at the best of times, but I've also watched football for 34 years and been involved in it my entire life, and I know that they were reaching with that offside decision against Endo, and that the yellow card, or lack of a yellow card for Caicedo, was nothing short of a disgrace. Don't just mean the one tackle over the course of the game. 7 fouls, no punishment. Bit weird that, right? But anyway, this is the incident. So, incident was Moise Caicedo avoided any punishment for a challenge on Ryan Gravenberch, but was he lucky? Dermot says, I think he was slightly lucky in so much as if Chris had brought him back for a yellow card, he's right to play on because Liverpool had an advantage. Stop it right there, please. He didn't play on because Liverpool had an advantage. He pointed to the ball as if Caicedo won the ball. Go back and watch it again. He points, as referees always do when they believe. There's a very particular way they do this. They point as if to go, there's the ball, he got the ball. So he wasn't playing on, in my opinion. He was pointing at where the ball was. But anyway, we'll move on from that. And he has no idea that the injury to Gravenberch has been sustained. But if he goes back, yellow card Caicedo, I'd understand that. It would have pacified everybody. See the word he used there? Pacified. He would have pacified everybody. Or, Dermot, I don't know, maybe we could look for a bit of consistency. Because you ask Marcus Rashford why he was sent off for a similar thing. Or Curtis Jones, why he was sent off for an even lesser bit of contact where his foot rolled over the top of the ball. Consistency is all we're asking for, and we're not going to get it if these pundits like Dermot Gallagher or Mike Dean don't at least approach it with integrity and approach it with an honest view and not just back up their former mates. It's jobs for the boys, let's be honest. Anyway, the next one up. The incident was around the goal that was ruled out for Virgil van Dijk. This is what Dermot had to say. I think it was the right decision. John Brooks on VAR alerted him because none of the match officials would have seen it on the field. You see that Enzo doesn't look at the ball and his sole thing is to block Colwill and he's in an offside position. The interesting thing too is Colwill gets pulled by Van Dijk as well, so 2 Liverpool players interfere with him. Chris Kavanagh has to go to the screen because it's a subjective decision. He sees that and he disallows the goal. Now, my gripe, and I think most people's gripe with this, is that if we're going to start calling that if we're going to start saying what Endo did, or in this case, and this is a reach, by the way, by Gallagher, to say that Van Dijk was pulling on him too, then we're going to see 10 penalties a match. We're going to see forwards want the same treatment that defenders are being given. And it's not going to happen because it's not enforceable. This whole thing is the referees using their interpretation of things yet again to bail them out of trouble. It's not the spirit of the game. It's not the right thing. It's these guys again basically just justifying what they've done and how they've shafted somebody by their vague interpretation of things. We see this week in and week out, and we always see the referees come out and go, not enough contact there for a penalty, when defenders are wrestling attackers to the floor. But we're supposed to believe with a straight face that this is the right decision. Cop on, it's a disgrace. You know it, I know it, the football world watching knew it, and yet again the PGMOL cannot even admit what they've done. And they wheel out Sky with their Dermot Gallaghers and their Mike Deans to support their mates. We've already seen Mike Dean has zero integrity in this subject. He's already spoke about the fact that he didn't want to send his mate Anthony Taylor to the monitor because it wouldn't have been great for him. Sorry? Is that the rule? That's what's written down, Mike, is it? That's the law. No, you can say these things now, Mike, because you're not employed with them and you know you're not going to face punishment. But the rest of us, we're being subjected to your nonsense. Anyway, we move on from that because there's lots more to go through. Some more positive stuff. With regards to an injured 11, by the way, this is how Liverpool could shape up if we fielded the injured 11. Alisson, Trent, Matip, Bajcetic and Gravenberch. Now, you'd have to have Gravenberch playing the left side of a defence here, but bear with me. In midfield, then, you could have Jones, Thiago and Szoboszlai. And up top, Darwin Núñez, Diogo Jota and Mohamed Salah. I think you'll all agree that would be a Champions League chasing team right there. And that's who we have injured. A little bit here from The Athletic on Jayden Danns, and this is an interesting story. Jayden Danns is the Academy's leading scorer with 21 goals so far this season and has been on the books at Kirby since he was 8 years of age. Danns was sidelined for nearly a year due to pain caused by Osgood-Schlatter's disease, which after rapidly growing from 5'2" to 6 foot, but he's developed impressively over the course of the season and has filled out physically. So I don't know if there's a similar thing going on with Bajcetic, and that's perhaps what's causing it. I think Steven Gerrard had growth spurt issues as well, but it is great that Danns is now able to be back playing, and we all see the man's calibre already. On Manchester City's charges, just to finish up, David Ornstein was speaking, and he said the Premier League have received heavy criticism for the time it's taken so far and the secrecy surrounding this, but we do anticipate it will happen in 2024, and that is of course this hearing which the Premier League have been very secretive about, to let's see if those charges stick or if some of them are pulled back. But ultimately David Ornstein believes we will see a resolution to this in some way, shape or form in 2024. But of course I want to know, and the Anfield Agenda team want to know, your thoughts on this. So now, my friends, it's over to you. Let us know your thoughts. If you are back with us tonight at 8:30, look forward to catching up with you. If not, do keep your eyes out for a video that's going to be coming up on Top of the League about 7 o'clock as well. I'm going to be talking about the Everton points deduction, how they've been given back some of them, and of course more in-depth talk about the Manchester City situation. Until then, thank you for watching. Don't forget to drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch up with you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.